Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the majority of this article here. I will start off with an overview to begin with. There's a link in the description. I'll mention a few things to begin with. Number one, you won't be interested in the subject for a couple of different reasons, but one, because this happened in Tasmania, Australia. No one cares about Tasmania. Even though it is a beautiful area, but no one cares. So that's not one reason why you might not be interested. Another reason is that this is several days old, so it's kind of old news at this point. And another reason is because you may or may not be as offended as I believe the somewhat salacious headline would wish you to be. The headline states, a politician, a Tasmanian councillor, wearing a G-string has been found guilty of flashing his penis 3 times, exposing his penis 3 times at a top female lawyer as well as her son at a beautiful Tasmanian beach. You may massively disagree with my take on this subject. You may massively disagree, but I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just not that offended by this situation. Is it wrong? Seemingly, yes. Is it creepy? Seemingly, yes. Should this guy be punished, seeing as he's been found guilty? Yes, he should be. But at the same time, if we put this into perspective, I'm reading all kinds of really fucking hideous, sick articles. This doesn't quite come up to that level. I mean, and you may well disagree. So here is the weirdo in question. Maybe he's a weirdo, maybe he's not. I mean, yeah, he is. His name is Darren Fairbrother. Darren Fairbrother, again, he's a councillor. He works for the local council in Tasmania, the northwest area. And this incident happened in January 2021, I believe. Hang on. Happened somewhere. So we'll double check that in a moment. But he's been a councillor since the mid 1990s, and this incident happened in January 2021 in a beautiful beach boat harbour in Tasmania's northwest. Let's have a look at this area here. This is where it happened, Boat Harbour Beach. Now, I would like to say, Australian government, when I retire, I would like to live right here. Thank you very much. Can you just give me a property right there? It doesn't need to be something overly flash. 6 or 7 bedrooms, 5 or 6 bathrooms. That ought to do it. An indoor and outdoor swimming pool. Just around about there would be grand. Thank you very much, Australian government, when you get my pension ready in a couple of years' time. So this guy was down the beach, and he claims that his shorts got caught on a rock whilst he was in the water, pulled the shorts down and exposed his buttocks. He was wearing a G-string. I'm going to comment that he is allowed to wear a G-string. You know, he is allowed to. I don't wear G-strings. I mean, you don't really need to know that, but just for like assurance sake, I'm not kind of a G-string fella. Maybe you believe me, maybe you don't, but that is my claim, and I'm going to stick with it. But this guy, regardless of how you feel about men wearing G-strings, he's legally allowed to. And his G-string was exposed, which exposed his buttocks, at least partially. He seemed to be answering some of the questions in a very weird fashion, and that's something that the magistrate objected to. So the prosecutor asked, why didn't you pull your shorts back up again? Okay, fine, you were in the water and your shorts got pulled down for some reason. You know, we don't know why. What the hell? We don't know what the hell you were doing or what was going on underneath the water. Maybe there was an octopus that pulled it down. Who knows? But in any case, the prosecutor says, hey buddy, why the fuck didn't you just pull your shorts up? And he didn't really answer. I mean, an answer to that question, hey buddy, why didn't you pull your shorts up, would be, oh, don't know, didn't think about it. Or whatever the answer could be. But he just said, no, I didn't on this day, which doesn't answer the question. It's a bit weird to me that a prosecutor asks someone in a court of law a question, and somehow this guy gets away with not providing an answer. Just he provided a response, but not an answer. So the magistrate seemingly was frustrated with this guy, and more to the point, his answers and the disingenuousness within his answers as detected by the magistrate. And as such, the magistrate declared that she was satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that this creepy G-string wearer, Mr. Fairbrother, was guilty of exposing himself at the beach. So the article hasn't really made any mention about penises so far. It's just really explained the exposure of his buttocks. So I'm feeling that perhaps why I'm not taking this situation that seriously is perhaps because of the lack of details. This article really isn't giving us anything to be offended about, in my opinion, or much to be offended about. This guy pled not guilty. He said that he had not exposed his genitals to the family, but seemingly the magistrate didn't believe him. We're not told why. We're not told any further details other than his shorts fell down, which exposes buttocks. We don't know how his todger came out of his G-string. We just don't know. But seemingly he didn't show any remorse, and he's subsequently been banned from loitering on the beach, and seemingly a young person was on the beach and saw it. There was a witness, and it involved an exposed penis, according to the magistrate. So there we go. Is it that important? Is this situation that important? Not really, in my mind. I mean, that, like I say, and you could feel free to disagree, but perhaps because of the lack of details within this article, I just don't really feel the need to get that het up about the situation. And also, given that I'm reading a lot of articles that are of a truly dark nature, and this, frankly, in comparison, even though there's the potential for perversity within it, in comparison, it pales to insignificance, really. I've just made a video of a 1-year-old boy killed, allegedly at the hands of the parents, tortured. There's another article which I probably will choose not to make a video of a 2-year-old toddler that was raped and murdered. I'm going to choose not to make a video on that. I just think it's too dark. I don't want to go over it. So to me, this pales into insignificance. It is my feeling, but you're free to disagree. You're feel free to disagree. And I'm going to wrap things up here. As I did say right at the beginning, this is somewhat of a pointless video, but maybe a couple of you have found this worthwhile. Is the guy creepy? Probably, yes. I mean, if this is true that he does purposefully expose his penis, then yeah, that's wrong. He deserves punishment for that. He's due to be sentenced or face sentencing in May, so any day now perhaps. So it is wrong. At the same time, we know that there are weirdos out there, and also we know that nudity at beaches happens. It happens. So I don't know. This one just doesn't grab me. But anyway, I decided to make a pointless video about it. Silly me. I'll wrap things up here. If you do like listening to my nonsense, do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. And I'll thank you for your time. And go out and have fun. Remember, Australian government, I want to be right there.